It is a government for the people, by the people, and of the people. But the constant monetary support the government needs is taxing on the American workforce. David DeGraw is a journalist and author. He says that it may be time for the people to stop paying taxes and start their own government. And he joins me now live from New York City to explain. Hi there, David. Now, you published an article recently where you basically argued that the U.S. economy and tax system have become, quote, an organized criminal operation, and questioned whether it was time for Americans to stop paying taxes and start a new government. What exactly is your rationale here?
Okay, well, first off, the first thing I want to make clear is that I am not requesting that Americans break the law in any way, okay? In fact, what I am calling for is exactly the opposite of that. We need a mass, nonviolent movement that restores the rule of law. Our country has been attacked economically by a well-organized economic elite. They have seized both leaders of the Democratic and Republican parties. They have seized the U.S. Treasury, the stock market, the Federal Reserve. This is an organized criminal operation that is bent on destroying the middle class of America.
Now, you have said that you're launching something called the 99% movement. Tell us what that is and what do you hope to achieve here?
Right. Well, I've been talking to people across the political spectrum, whether you're a progressive, a libertarian, a Tea Party member, a Coffee Party member. What we have to do is, being that we are attacked as 99% of the country, we have to organize on common ground. We have to get together and form this 99% movement, because the economic elite who are attacking us, they view us all in the same category, okay? We are 99% of the country that is under attack.
And in your article and book, you do blame the so-called economic elite. You wrote, quote, "These people are the most depraved terrorists on the planet, and they have viciously attacked us and launched an all-out economic war against the American public." Now, do you honestly believe that there is a concerted attack against the middle class? I mean, many people would argue that the current economic problems are a result of a lot of factors, lax oversight of Wall Street, things like that.
Right, and that all plays into it. You know, they've paid off the regulators. This is a financial terrorism network. If you just look at the statistics, okay, 50 million Americans are now living in poverty. We have the highest poverty rate in the industrialized world. Okay, 30 million Americans are in need of employment. Look at in state after state after state, we are looking at massive budget deficits. There'll be draconian cuts across the board. Hundreds of schools are closing. Cuts in Medicaid. Thousands of teachers. Cuts in have been let go. Cuts in pensions. There are draconian cuts coming across the board in state after state, and at the same time, they're going to raise taxes. This is all happening because trillions of dollars of national wealth have been stolen. The stock market is now rigged. The free market is done. This is a rigged market. I mean, just look around. The evidence is everywhere. I mean, the evidence on this is overwhelming. We need to restore rule of law. This can easily be proved in court. I mean, Johnny Cochran couldn't get them out of this mess. I mean, the evidence is overwhelming.